I'm Leanne and this is my channel, Helky Rain. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me, so if you can't, I will do a voiceover when I get back home. But I couldn't resist taking a chance to pick you guys a card right by the ocean side. And this is a beautiful little place called Palma. And believe it or not, it's one of the best places in the world to see the stars. And I've been loving it, okay? All my astronomy and astrology geeks out there, you know how much we love those stars. I couldn't recommend this place enough. It's a little gem. But anyway, today, after my meditation that I had here, it's very peaceful. I decided that I wanted to do a pick card for you guys. I wasn't able to check if there was any requests for any certain questions, so I think I'm just going to go for a general, where are you at right now and where do you need to go? As it's so windy out here, I've decided that instead of creating piles, I'm going to give you a choice of crystals and then I will go via the crystals. It's so beautiful here, the energy is amazing. We're going to be intuitively reading today, and it's going to be quite a quick message for you, so if you haven't got a lot of time, this is the perfect reading. You can go ahead to your timestamps once you've decided on what crystal that you want. So let's start with group 1. We're asking the question, in general, where are you at right now? Where do you need to be? World reversed, and then we've got the 5 of Cups, and then we've got the Hangman. Okay guys, I can see and I'm feeling that you have really been through it. I feel like you possibly lost something recently, whether that's a person, whether that's a circumstance in life like a job, or whether it could even be a part of self, like a sense of self, like maybe you feel like you've lost yourself a bit of recent, and you're going to know what's going to resonate with you. But for sure the reverse world is giving me the energy that something is lost and it's not been taken well here. With the 5 of Cups, you're really feeling it. You're feeling that loss. You're feeling emotional, and you're feeling like you have no other options left. You feel almost like you've been left behind here somehow, or you feel like you've lost things and there's no repairing of what has been lost. But the truth is that really it was meant to be, and really it is for your highest good, because what you have lost was not serving you, and before you know it, you're going to find what is serving you. and you'll realize you would have never found that if you hadn't had the loss or you hadn't experienced something. We learn from everything, so remember everything is a lesson, and what you can take from what you've lost, what can you take from that? Maybe if you feel that was somewhat of your fault, of your wrongdoing, you've learned a big thing that you don't want to do that again. At least there's that. Or if it's not from your wrongdoing, you've learned that you don't want to be taken advantage of in that way. Or whether you're relating this to your career and you realize that you may have lost something within that spectrum of a job or a career or a hobby, but that is not serving you. And when you do take time, we have the hanged man here. It's telling you to take that time to rest, to sit back, to not look at things with judgment. Yeah. So really try and have a neutral view on things. I'm gonna pull you an oracle card, and we can see what we get here from the Earth Magic. Ooh, ancestors, generations. Interesting card to get. Yeah, I hope everyone can see. There's people coming. So with the ancestors, generations card, this makes me feel like it could either be something related to your family, or it could be something that you've been dealing with in past lives, or it's something maybe you'll find is a common result within your family. You might also find that this could be destined for you. So we have the ancestors' generation, so maybe it's your responsibility, or it's upon you to change the pattern that's happening within the family. I really feel like there's a pattern of a certain type of energy. Maybe like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling an energy of like, oh, bad luck, or it never goes right for us, and almost self-pity energy. And don't take that in the wrong way, because I'm pretty sure that you have every reason under the sun to maybe feel this self-pity, because we've all been there, and that's fine. But you see, it's time to break the chain, break the circle, break this pattern that is going on within the family. And if you don't resonate with it being in your family, it's a past life pattern. It's an ancestral trauma that keeps coming up. And you need to go within to clear this. It's a big task you come in here with, but when you're able to release this, you release it for the generations beyond. Your children, your nieces, your nephews, anyone else who is born into the same DNA, you'll be able to release this trauma so they don't have to experience this. Okay, so I'm feeling from spirit, I'm getting that you need to clear this energy. And basically, if you're able to bring your vibration up by focusing on love, focusing on the things you love, focusing on what brings you joy, going towards your joy, focus on the positive. And when you're able to do this, brilliant. I think there's people coming over. I might have to stop. Okay, so I do group 2. Definitely been through, I don't know why I'm attracting people who have been through some really hard stuff. I felt that with the first group, and now I feel this with the second group, because the first card I pulled was the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords always makes me instantly hurt. It's such a painful card. I can feel everything that you've been through is so intense, heartbreak of some kind. And whether you're thinking, no, like I'm in a relationship, I haven't got heartbreak, but you're feeling that heartbreak because something is not right, something is hurting. But to be honest, I feel like whether it's something from way in the past that's still hurting you and you're holding on to that and you're letting that affect you and your opinion of yourself, then that's what you need to release. That you are feeling that pain, you are feeling that heavy heart, you're feeling almost betrayed in a way. And this betrayal is making you feel like you want to go alone at it. Here we have the Seven of Swords, and this is, I will say that we have all swords here, so you also called the Queen of Swords. So then I'm feeling communication is needed. Communication is where you need to head. It could even be that it's a certain type of communication that is making you feel this way, making you feel like you can't, that you need to turn away, you need to be on your own. The Seven of Swords is independence, but not necessarily in the good way. Independent in the way of watching your back and not trusting anyone. And you don't need to be like that. If you really want to embrace the independence, and you need to more embrace the attitude of, here we have the Queen of Swords. So you need to have that confidence, you need to have the honesty. So it's not just being cold, it's about just being more Libra about things, I guess. Seeing the whole picture, being honest, but also not getting overly emotional about things, because here we've had the emotional tear, we've had the emotional pain, and it really is time to step away from that, to move on from that. And if you need to go that independent route, then I understand that. Maybe that's where you need to go. Maybe you need to understand that you are fine on your own. But instead of fearing others and watching your back, like you can't trust anyone here, we want to take more of this confident approach of the Queen of Swords. So you just want to embrace that, embrace who you are, embrace this, because this is a lesson, this is teaching you something. The other thing I know for sure, you need to embrace the innocence, the childhood. Here we have the innocence childhood card. This will help you to tap into that love energy, that heart energy, the heart chakra energy. This is what you need to open. You can see this card is green, and I feel like that's representing your heart chakra. So really open that up. Maybe you can do heart opening meditations, anything that is going to lighten the load, because here the heart has taken a lot. It's taken a lot. So I really think that you need to embrace that childhood play, that innocent side of yourself, that inner child. And I don't necessarily think it means inner child work. I think it means heart chakra work. I think it means reconnecting with self, knowing who you are, okay? I think that's all I have for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, and just remember to go now and do a nice heart chakra meditation. Okay, Group 2, we have this green crystal here. Okay? Okay, so I have the Seven of Cups reversed. I have the High Priestess reversed. And I have the Four of Swords upright, and then I have this beautiful oracle card, which is the Love Oracle card. Okay? So we're starting with the Seven of Cups. It's the first card that we pulled here, and I really do feel that you are maybe distracting yourself, possibly from what you really need to focus on. So maybe you find yourself, oh, I'll do this, and then, oh, I'll do a bit of that, and oh, there's just too many things I need to do and I can't do them all. Yeah, so this is how you're feeling, but you're feeling this really intensely. So I feel like maybe you've been doing this for a long time. The way we have this card reversed, I just don't know, but I feel like you've been doing it for a long time. Just doing this and doing that and never really achieving anything. Is this resonating with you? Because it's really what I'm feeling. I feel here with the High Priestess is you are not tapping into your highest potential. You know, maybe I almost say perspective, but also I agree that with that too, that the perspective that you have is not broad enough. So maybe you need to just bring that back because you're too focused on what's right here, what's going on, and you're not seeing the big picture. And that's why you're feeling this reverse Seven of Cups energy. This reverse Priestess, I also feel like you don't trust in yourself. You don't trust in that inner voice within, because that's what's going to lead you where you need to be for your highest potential, for your happiness. Because that's what's important. You can worry about everyone else, but until you're happy, it's never going to feel right. It's never going to feel good. You are trying to do too much at one time. You need to take things more slowly, one at a time. Here with the High Priestess is telling me that you are not going within enough. You're too focused on the opinions of those around you. You're taking other outside information ahead of your own inner information. Your heart is telling you something that you're choosing not to believe. Really have compassion for yourself. Have some damn freaking compassion. I think you're so hard on yourself. So the biggest thing I can say for you guys, group number 3 with the green crystal, is that you need to love and work on giving compassion and love towards yourself. I'm not going to say the old classic love yourself, because you know it's impossible to just say to someone who doesn't love themselves. But what you can do is work on compassion for yourself. So when you're beating yourself up about things, just take a step back, yeah? Really observe that thought. And when you're in meditation, this is the perfect time for you to be able to observe that thought and observe your thoughts and bring the compassion and love toward yourself. I feel like you have so much love and compassion for other people and you seem to forget about self. Okay, I hope that resonates with you, group 3. Thanks again for doing this reading. If you like, please subscribe and leave a comment. I would love that, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 4 is the last group, and you have this beautiful little yellow egg star crystal. And reversed for you, we have the Hierophant reversed for you, and then we have the King of Wands upright. And then I'm just going to grab you guys an oracle. Okay, interesting. I'm not going to lie, the groups have a very similar energy with just a hint of difference going on here. So I think I showed you already what cards you have, and then the oracle that I pulled for you was the DNA Karma card. Okay, so first of all, what came out was the reverse King of Cups, which makes me think that maybe unknowingly to you that you are being a little bit controlling and manipulative with the people in your life. Maybe things are not going how you want them to go, and you will act in ways that you don't even realize are manipulative, and it's not serving you and your higher purpose. You are fixated on your own ideas, your own rules that you live by, that don't come from a higher place, don't come from a higher perspective. It comes from the ego mind here. You are working and you are living in the ego mind space, which we all struggle with. So you're not alone. Don't take it the wrong way, but it's essential that you work on this and you see this. Once you're able to see, like, no, that comes from ego, not heart, not love and compassion. What comes from heart is love and compassion. If you want to force people to be how you want them to be, that's manipulative, that's controlling, that's reverse King of Cups. We want to turn this cups up because this guy is emotionally receptive, loving, compassionate, but you right now are being a bit manipulative and controlling in situations, and whether you're not, that could be that someone else is being that way with you. But to be honest, this reading is about you, so let's focus on you. Maybe you really need to look within at there places in your life or situations where does that idea come from? Do you ever question it? Do you ever question these opinions? There's another plane. I'll stop. So you really do need to work on that, like looking, where does that idea come from? A good example would be that maybe if you believe that a mother should behave a certain way and you don't see your mother behaving this way that you believe she should behave, where does that idea come from? You know? Go within and question, because you need to pull back on the judgment, pull back, because you know it hurts nobody more than it hurts you. So just remember that it's not helping you. Then we have the reverse hierophant, which is telling me you are so disconnected from your own intuition. Yeah, your intuition is screaming at you and you are ignoring it. Here with the reverse King of Cups, the reverse Hierophant, you couldn't be more disconnected from your heart space, from yourself, from your soul. I feel you are very trapped up in the ego mind here. But it's not all lost, it's not all bad. This is the wake-up call you need to realize that these beliefs and opinions that you have, they're not serving you, they're not true. They're definitely not true because they're making you unhappy, they're holding you back. And by releasing this, connecting within, you're going to find more answers. You really do need to connect within, and when you're able to do that, you can find this King of Wands upright, which is a brilliant energy who is out here. See, the reason that you want to control is because you are a natural leader. You are here to lead the way for many. You are here to show us how to live, how to be, how to connect, how to love. You have that within you. Here we have the King of Cups. It's within you, but right until you connect with your own heart, you can never succeed with that. You can never achieve that. You really need to look within. I don't know how you go within. It could be walks in nature. It could be meditation. It could be anything that soothes you and helps you listen to that little voice within, not the mental chatter, the honest voice. And I'll tell you one tip: when we're talking with soul, the soul won't repeat things like the mind chatter. If something keeps repeating, yeah, that's the ego, that's the mind. When something softly speaks and says it once and you remember that, that's your heart, okay? If it keeps repeating, it's the ego, it's a trap, it's the mind. So you need to work on that. Oh, getting uncomfortable. Okay, so then the last card that I want to look at here, we have the DNA card here, Karma. And this is just telling you that I'll just straight up say that you don't need to worry about past life karma. We are done with that. We have evolved beyond that now. Now you need to be focusing on, this is telling me that you need to embrace You need to embrace who you are and stop trying to run away from who you are. I feel like you are so outly focused on what everyone else is doing and almost getting upset about it. But really, you see, you need to focus on yourself, because because it comes back around, yeah? Because you're giving off bad energy to people. You give out low vibrations, so even if you think in low vibrations of yourself and not other people, that's not going to help you. It's going to come back around in that sense. It's not like the classic karma that you're taught. It's working on not acting karmically, yeah? So just know that your actions will come back to you. So give out. If you think bad about people, it's gonna come back to you. If you really focusing so negatively, thinking if I can't have what I want, I don't want anyone to have what they want, that kind of attitude is not helping you. It's just going to keep you miserable, keep you stuck, and it's not going to affect other people, because those people in control of themselves. You are in control of yourself. It's not our job to control other people and tell them what to do. Really, take this King of Wands, this where you are this natural leader, embrace that, but do it with love, do it with compassion, lead yourself up to a higher place. And like I said, listening to that voice within, I've given you a few good tips on that, but I really wish you the best of luck, group 4, and just like working on that stuff. Honestly, all I can say for you is go within, quiet within, and really work on those negative thoughts. And that's pretty much everything I've got for you today, group 4. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like, please leave a comment and subscribe if you like, and hopefully I will see you on the next one. Thank you guys for all joining me here today on the Canary Islands, the Palma beach, here in the beautiful cliffside right by the ocean.